watched Mortal Kombat 2021, I clearly remember how cool was Mortal Kombat in 1995. Of course, I watched it when I was just a 10 years old boy, but boy, it kicked ass. For some reason, the most memorable part of that movie was the fight between Shang Tsung and brother of Liu Kang. It was so intimidating, sad, at the same time beautiful and cool. Till these days, when I hear Mortal Kombat, a dark grey sky with running clouds on it immediately pop up in mind. And Sub-Zero, of course, Scorpion. Do you guys know how children of post-USSR made ninja masks to play Mortal Kombat and fight in real life? Nowadays it is much easier, right? Clearly remember how I couldn't believe a guy who swore that he had seen the second part of Mortal Kombat movie. You know, back those days when there was no internet, there were a lot of people who claimed that they have seen movies which have never been released. So I kinda believe the guy who claimed that he have seen Terminator 3 in 1997, that there was a war between machines, something like we have seen in Terminator Salvation.
Bullshit.
But when I heard from a guy that he have seen a movie where Shang Tsung and Kentaro was, where Jax with metal hands fought Cyrex, where was all those characters, I just told him, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. And the way he described the movie just threw more oil on the fire. He wasn't that much excited for a guy who have seen the best movie which has ever been created in the whole wide universe. And by his description, it just couldn't be anything if not like that. You should have seen my face when I finally saw Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
You're alive. Too bad. You will die.
Oh! What the fuck?
There were two strikes at the same time. I found out that that dude was telling the truth the whole time. Anton, I'm really sorry I didn't believe you. The second strike was the quality of the movie. At least they had that dark grey sky. Okay, first of all, I wanna say something about the movie itself, because I have a lot of emotions about that. The story in general has as many flaws as it is possible. Even if you will totally turn off your brain, which you certainly should do, sometimes it will still surprise you with its stupidity. But it's not what we are looking in this type of movies, don't we? Story just serves as a glue to stick fighting scenes together. By no means it is anything to be disappointed in. There were even a few jokes which made me giggle a little bit. For example, you will see that the moment when Sonya and the main character speak about Kano. It was unexpected and really cute. I liked the main idea of the movie of the characters who are trying to find their superpower, Arcana. In the original movie, they were just like simple humans without fireballs, lightning. Well, Raiden could cast lightnings, but he never used it in fights. So, no. Here they use their abilities in full capacity, and this aspect looks awesome, which makes this movie a Mortal Kombat movie which we deserve. Here we have everything we need. Fatalities, recognizable moves, even one flawless victory. It was so satisfying for some reason. So satisfying. I didn't really like the camera work here. Too much close-ups, shaky cam. Overall choreography is okay, but in that mini-series which I've seen about Mortal Kombat a couple of years ago, it was better. Hell, in the original movie it was... I think that it was bad. But altogether it works great and gives a lot of emotions on a subconscious level. Even though the story, motives, conflicts, everything is blatantly simple as fuck, they still work to give you right emotions and to add deeper level and meaning behind those fighting scenes. And I liked how throughout the whole movie they keep the perfect pace in, fighting scenes change with storytelling scenes, don't let you get bored or overwhelmed with too much action. As for conflicts, guys, back those days when I was much younger, I never thought that Sub-Zero and Scorpion was enemies. Yeah, they showed something like that in that mini-series Mortal Kombat, which I mentioned a little bit before, but it kinda made me sad, because I always thought that they fight on the one side. I thought that they were brothers. Of course, in the original movie they wore the pretty similar costumes and both fought with good guys. And now they have beef, and I think that pretty decent reason for this beef. because in that mini-series they I think that they were like from different Japanese clans. Here they are from different countries, one from China, another one from Japan, which makes sense. Now their hate is understandable, at least. Certainly Chinese and Japanese people could have a beef. It can surely be not just a clash of clans. Conflict can be much deeper. A few words about Sub-Zero, who was my favorite character in Mortal Kombat back those days. In this movie he is a badass, extremely cool guy, and each his appearance gave me a lot of great emotions. At the same time, Scorpions is kinda lame. What the hell? Oh, and there was that mess when our Russian translators decided to dub his phrase "Get over here!" And instead of that, I heard just "Иди сюда," which is more of a "Would you please come closer?" I don't really like their costumes, their outfit. Well, Subs is probably okay, but Scorpion looks like a hobo. Of course, someone may say that in Mortal Kombat of 1995 they wore those funny, colorful tights, but I still like them more than those of modern Mortal Kombat games and the movie. Why do they need armor in the first place when they have these superpowers? Mortal Kombat is all about choreography, techniques, moves, jumps, kicks, everything like that, and when you put on so much metal garbage, it doesn't help you to move like a ninja. It makes you move like a heap of metal junk. And probably that's more about Sub-Zero, because Scorpion... Guys, Scorpion looks like a big head in a heap of textile junk. But don't get me wrong, probably I am exaggerating a little bit. Maybe a lot. As I told before, Sub-Zero is cool. Oh, by the way, I really like that actor who played Sub-Zero. He looks better than I could imagine, and by the way, for the very little amount of time, but he actually takes off all his armor and becomes a ninja whom I would like to see. I wish he was like that throughout the whole movie. And I also like all the other characters, by the way. I think that they did a really good job in this aspect. Everyone is so recognizable, they look exactly as they should, and I have no complaints about that at all. I also liked actors of Liu Kang and the Kung Lao also. As for Liu Kang, I think that he was at his best from the very beginning, and as for Kung Lao, first he seemed a little bit lame, but as time passed I began to appreciate him much more. All the rest are just great. Goro, Mileena, Cabal, Jax, same, they found the perfect cast for him. I think I didn't like Reptile though. He looks like mini Godzilla. Well, in Sega game, in my childhood, he was more of a ninja, more in a human body. Does anyone want to play as a Godzilla in a fighting game?